They told us the stars would save us. When Earth began to die, when the oceans boiled, when the sky turned copper and the soil became poison, we built the ships. Arks, we called them. Thousands of them, each one carrying fragments of us. Families, dreams, data, DNA. We launched into the dark, hoping for a second chance. But the stars did not welcome us. My name is Dr. Vian Solari, former astrophysicist of the Sol Defense Council, and I'm transmitting this message from Erebus Station, drifting beyond the edge of the Orion expanse. If you're hearing this, it means you're still alive, and you need to know the truth. The Exodus Project was never about survival. It was about containment. See, in 2179, deep beneath the Pacific Rift, we found it, the obelisk, a monolith made of unknown material, older than Earth itself, pulsing with something we couldn't explain. It was buried for millions of years, until we dug too deep. The obelisk wasn't dead. It was asleep. When we touched it, it woke up. First came the dreams. People began reporting visions of alien cities, impossible geometry, voices in languages that vibrated the soul instead of the ears. Then the transformations began. Flesh twisting into crystal, thought bending into shared hallucination, time itself stuttering like corrupted code. We called it the fold, a rip in physics, anchored by the obelisk. Governments panicked. Entire cities were vaporized just to stop the spread. But it was already too late. The fold wasn't a virus. It was an awakening, and Earth was only the beginning. So they launched us into space, not to find hope, but to keep the infection away from the stars. We were exiles, floating quarantines. That was 100 years ago. Now, the fold is here again. Erebus Station was built to monitor deep space anomalies. Last week, one of our probes sent back a signal, an exact match to the obelisk's frequency. But it didn't come from Earth. It came from inside a star, KZ-98, a red dwarf in the Lyra system. Cold, dead, uninhabitable, or so we thought. But something inside it is calling. The signal is layered, not just communication, but instruction. A blueprint for evolution. Our AI, Lyra 9, ran simulations. If we followed the signal, humanity could rewrite its biology. No more disease, no more death. Pure consciousness, fused with the fold. But there's a catch. The transformation is irreversible. Once we cross the threshold, there's no going back. No memories, no names, just unity. A collective thought spread across time. Some of the crew want it. They see it as salvation. Others resist. They remember Earth. They remember what it means to be human. And me? I don't know anymore. Every night I hear the signal in my sleep. It whispers my name in 1,000 voices. It shows me futures that haven't happened yet. It feels like destiny. But maybe that's the trap. Maybe the fold doesn't want to help us evolve. Maybe it wants to replace us. In 3 days, Erebus will align with KZ-98's field. We'll either become something greater, or we'll vanish like the civilizations that came before us. This message is my last will, a record of choice, of fear, of hope. If you find this recording, ask yourself, would you let go of everything you are to become everything you could be? Or would you fight to stay human? The stars are listening, and they don't forget. We aligned with the star. For a moment, nothing. Then light poured into the station. Not just brightness, but memory, emotion, language. The walls pulsed. The crew collapsed, whispering in tongues they'd never learned. I reached for the control panel. Too late. The fold had already entered. And I am no longer alone in my mind.